Hello everyone and welcome back to the next episode of our Don't Starve Let's Play. Where we had left off, we had abandoned our last map. We had taken off. We had said, screw you old map, we need a new map. And where that had left us was on a map that actually, I've taken a little run around and I'm actually going to bring you up to speed here. I've gotten the base set up. So as you can see, we've got twigs, we've got grass growing here, got all kinds of bushes and berries and things growing because this map is not very food dense. This map has tried to starve me several times now. I've also got trees planted and so forth. But food is going to be paramount on this map because it doesn't seem like we have much of it. Now what we need to do is get ready for winter. That's pretty much job one. We need to make sure that winter doesn't take us out, so we're going to build ourselves a winterometer here. And now from what I understand with the winterometer, as it ticks down, it gets closer to winter, and by then we need to be ready to go. Now as I've seen, I don't really know how often winter is going to show up or when the rotation starts. I know you start out with a certain amount of summer, like maybe 10 days or so when you first start a map. I have no idea really. I don't know the specifics. I've tried not to look it up. I've tried not to wiki it, but we need to get ready for winter. So we are going to have to go on a sneak attack against the beefaloes. We're going to get ourselves a winter hat. We're going to get ourselves basically a buttload, however much that is. I'm not really sure what the actual metric measurement of a buttload is, but that's what we're going to be aspiring to so that we can make ourselves lots of winter clothing. But for now, you'll see that I've made this nice little courtyard area. Pretty soon, we'll have enough trees grown down here in our little tree grove that we can put in floorboards. We can maybe put some floorboards in out here. Make everything look nice. Make it look homey. Make it look comfortable, because that's what we haven't focused on many things. Well, on not many things, but on our past maps. Now, other things I'd like to do is play around with insanity, so I'm really not going to focus too heavily on sleeping through nights and so forth. I mean, I will sleep through nights, and I think that restores your sanity, but I would like to see sanity go down a little bit. We are pretty hungry right now. We don't have a lot of food sources, and so really, I think we should set up some rabbit traps first and foremost. Now that we have our winterometer up and we have a reasonable guess when winter is going to show up, we really need rabbit traps, because there's not a lot of food to go around. I haven't found a lot of meadows or anything of that nature. Did that catch him? Sometimes you can scare him into the trap and it'll work out. I don't know if we have enough grass right now to make many more traps, but I'm going to try and trap this field up as best as possible. After that, I feel like we should possibly go look around for some spiders and see if we can knock off a nest or two, because I have no silk. That's the one thing that I didn't bring with me when I came to this map, is we didn't have a sizable grouping of silk, and we could use a bit more. He's going to run down that trap, but that's okay. That's fine. He can go back down into his hole. He's got to come out sometime. You've got to come out sometime, bunny. And see, he got overzealous there. And if you look down there, well, you can't look down there. I won't let you right now because I'm running around grabbing grass, but you can see we've caught a rabbit already. I would like to catch a bunch of rabbits today, so hopefully we catch quite a few. Usually I'm not a fan of wiping out wildlife like this because it does invite Krampus to mess with us, but we are in a food deficient situation. We are hurting for food, so we need to get ourselves stocked up and in a position where we are no longer stressing about starving to death, because our tummy's looking awful empty right now. Our berry bushes aren't quite growing at the speed that we would like, and that's gonna give us a little bit of trouble in the future. Now I am going to burn down some trees over here real fast because we need some charcoal so that we can get our crock pot back up. So let's see where there's a nice little dense area of foliage that we can just set on fire and get ourselves a nice supply of charcoal. And this is a forest biome, but it's not looking very forested. Like, it's got the foresty grass ground, but not a lot of trees around. They must be scared. They know what I'm up to. And this is the first time I've actually, it's been a little bit since I recorded last, and I'm glad to be back on a microphone. I'm glad to be back kind of gaming. I mean, I've been buried underneath physics work lately. Physics has just been destroying me. And, you know, like, going to physics class, it's kind of like going to the airport. You spend, like, most of your time sitting around wondering what the hell is going on. And then to top the whole thing off, they make you bored. But, yeah, it took me all of, like, I don't know. I pondered that joke hard. I pondered that joke really hard. I was like, I need something to talk about physics class, and I don't know. I'm not really sure on the quality of that one. Like, on a scale of 1 to I think I'm in the middle somewhere. I don't know. Let's see if our traps have given us anything with which to sustain ourselves, anything yummy, and it does not look like they have. Very unfortunate. I'm going to see if I can circle around this rabbit and run him down to the south, maybe into the trap. Hopefully he doesn't run back. Nope. Got him. Well, that works too. We can brute force it if we really need to. Brute force has never hurt anyone. Well, I take that back. Brute force has hurt lots of people. Brute force hurts people quite frequently. I don't know what I was thinking. And actually, let's kill some frogs too. Oh, hey, frog. Frog. You're not supposed to fight back, frog. Damn it. Oh, and now we got a bunch of mosquitoes running around. And I do want those frog legs. I want those frog legs very badly. I don't think the mosquitoes actually drop anything that we want, so I'm going to avoid fighting them for now. I don't know. I've killed a couple of them, and I've never seen them drop anything really that seems too substantial. They don't seem to drop anything useful, so maybe later on they'll drop their wings or something of that nature. I'm going to hightail it back to camp for right now because we need to get ourselves fed. I mean, we don't have a ton of food, and actually I don't want to kill rabbits with my tentacle spike. I'm going to kill them with my axe made of gold. I'm not sure if you have to choose between a tentacle spike and an axe made of gold to lose durability on, which is the proper choice. I just don't know. I just don't know. So let's cook these up. We're going to get all of this good to go and get it into our bellies because we are looking really sad on food right now. I'm going to do my best to get... Actually, let's go harvest these real fast too so that we can get them replanted. Oh, and they're going to stack too. Awesome. We got 2 dragon fruits and a pumpkin. That's great. I was kind of hoping we would get something good out of these, so let's put those back. And I think they changed the way that fertilizer works now. I've been playing with it, but it seems like you can fertilize every single plant now as you put it down. And I think the fertilizer just like speeds it up by a day or so because these seem like they grew like overnight, like literally 24 hours, and I had a plant. Get out of there, bird. Get out of there. I don't trust you. I know you're probably not going to hurt my crops, but you know, just to roleplay, I'm going to run you off. Now, I have heard this monster meat up here reminded me of a conversational topic. And that is, I think monster meat can be purified. Now, I'm not really positive. I haven't played around with it too much. Let's see how much hunger we get back from eating all this. So we're at 48 right now. There we are, and we'll eat the morsels, and we'll see where that lands us. It's obviously not going to put too much of a dent. Well, if we were a normal character, it would have put a pretty good dent in it. But let's cook up... Well, let's sleep through the night first, and then I'll cook up the rest of this. Because I did want to experiment and make sure... Well, I don't know if we have enough grass. We'll find out here. Let's get a rope, and we'll see if we can sleep through the night. Oh, we have just enough. Awesome. So we'll sleep through the night here just to save time because I want to get as much into an episode as possible. That's really my conflicting interest there. Okay, it did restore all of our sanity, so we're going to avoid sleeping from now on because I want to play around with some of the sanity mechanics. Let's cook up this pumpkin. And that didn't help very much either. We'll cook up these dragon fruits as well. By the time we get home, the rest of this should be more or less grown. Oh, the dragon fruits didn't do anything for us. Yikes. Alright, well that leaves us in a really... I am at a loss for words. For once, you're kind of witnessing Splattercat history here. I'm at a loss for words, and you guys kind of have to understand what it takes for me to be at a loss for words. It takes quite a bit. Like, it takes like a national tragedy. One thing I also wanted to talk to you guys about, if you guys out there are having problems with your sanity and you just refuse to sleep through the night and you're just having all kinds of issues, and there's our crank thing. So we found the crank, and I think I saw the ring around somewhere. I don't remember. I can't remember which parts of the Maxwell portal I've seen so far. I haven't actually seen the Maxwell portal either. But now what we need to work on is finding a spider den. So let's take a look around and see if we can locate a spider den anywhere. We may have to spend a day or so outside. I don't think that's going to hurt us at this point though, because frankly, we're out of food at our base anyway, so we might as well be on our way and see what we can discover out here in the wilds. Out in the wilds! Like... I don't know if you guys, have you guys seen those new Puma shoes? Like, I saw this commercial, and really, I wasn't really paying attention, but then I heard, like, crazy, like, wabba, 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 like, dubstep music, and so, like, I kind of duded out for a moment, was like, oh, what's going on? And I was staring at the TV screen for a couple minutes, and they made these shoes, and they're like these exercise shoes, but they look like they designed the shoes. They called it BioWeb technology, but the shoes look like they're based off Crysis, the video game. Like, it looks like pretty much Crysis decided to make a shoe. And I'm not really sure what they were thinking. They look like they're made out of spider webs and like, I don't know. They look like what I would imagine like a robot's brain would look like. And I had a more offensive thing that I was gonna say right there. You could probably figure out what it was, but I'm gonna keep it nice for now. We're gonna keep it on the even keel. I could kill off a koalefant if I really needed food, but I don't have a log vest with me. So I think I'm gonna lay off the koalefant for now. I've heard we can purify monster meat. I don't know if that's true. It has something to do with honey or something of that nature. I don't know why I'm gathering these reeds, by the way. I'm just kind of grabbing them as I run by. I am going to grab some manures while I'm up here because I feel like we're going to need a lot more farming spots. And that's really the last thing that our base is lacking. we don't have a sustainable food resource right now, and anytime you're in that situation, you've got to be very, very careful. I would try to kill off some beefaloes, but I don't have a log vest once again. I left it back at base like an idiot. So we're going to spend some time outdoors right now, out of doors, as some people would say, and see if we can come up with a food source, or at least, God, look at our stomach right now. We are not doing so well. I am well, I think I am failing at the game. I'm not marginally failing, I'm actually failing. Part of me wants to destroy this beehive up here, because that's going to give us a pretty good supply of honey if I can pull it off. Let's see if we can do it. So we'll smack it, and we'll see what happens. The bees are popping out. Oh, I like this. He's able to one-shot bees. That's pretty cool. Well, kind of. And now we're taking damage. There's some honey. So we are going to eat that just straight away, even though it doesn't really help us that much. And then we'll destroy the rest of this hive. We'll grab that extra honeycomb. I already have one back at base. I guess in the interest of not being wasteful, I'll bring the stingers too, although that doesn't leave me any inventory space. But we're just going to eat up the rest of this honey anyways, so that'll get us partially filled up. We're not doing amazing, though. I don't like our situation, and I think the best idea is maybe to cut left right here. Hopefully we come across something edible. I'm at a loss right now. I don't really know what to do to save ourselves. I've been living on the edge here now with my hunger for a little bit, and it's making me nervous. It's making me a little nervous, but it's okay. We're going to adapt. We're going to survive. I guarantee maybe we aren't going to die from this. We may or may not. We do have the option of killing off some pigmen in the better interest of our survival. Maybe I'll consider that. Let's see what happens. They're all sleeping, so I don't think the rest of them will aggro. Well, they might. Oh, and they're not flinching like they're supposed to. How come nothing's flinching right now? That's really a strange thing that's occurring. Everything used to flinch. I feel like they have just ramped up the difficulty on this game, and I'm not sure how to save myself. Well, that one flinched, and he dropped a little bit of meat there. We'll come back and grab it in a second, so long as the rest of these pigmen don't catch up to us. And see if I can get a click on it real fast. There we are. And you did not show me, pig. You did not show me. I'm about to wipe out your entire village so that I can get some food. And this whole situation is very, very dangerous. I would not recommend this. Even if you're experienced at the game, I probably would not recommend this course of action. This is probably not going to turn out very well for me. God, there's just so many of them. They are just everywhere. And so evening is here now. We got ourselves a couple spider webs from that last hive, but I think we should probably... God, I don't even know. We need to get some food, that's for sure. We need to get some food. Hey, berries! Hello, berries. And we will eat those outright, even though I'm probably about to make a fire. And this is a very, very large pig village. I'm actually pretty surprised how expansive this pig village is. Part of me wants to camp in this area so that we can fight spiders all night, and I think that's probably what I'll do, although it's a little foresty at the moment. It's a little over foresty. Part of me just wants to burn this mother down, so maybe that's what I'll do. Let's see if we can burn this down to get at least a reasonable supply of charcoal before we bounce on out of here. And we'll throw these extra logs on the fire, and there it is! Everything's on fire. That only took... Well, everything's not on fire. Apparently I fail as a fire starter. I placed that completely wrong. I was hoping it would catch that tree, but it does not look like it's going to. Maybe add more? I don't know. Ignite? Anything? In any case, we will kill off some of these spiders, as many as possible, before tomorrow comes so that we can get our spider webs, so we're not wasting any time here. We want to be efficient in our time usage, especially now that we're semi on the clock. I actually feel like the game has a timer placed in it now with the winter system where I'm not sure what to expect. We could end up in a bit of a situation when winter comes around simply because Splattercat doesn't know what's coming. I don't know how it's going to affect our hunger levels. I don't really know how it's going to affect our sanity, and we are going to eat that cooked meat. There we are. And that seems... yeah, that seems like it'll work out at least for a little bit. We do need to get some more boards so that we can go through and build our honeycombs when we get back to our base camp. Let's cook the rest of these seeds. I'd like to be in a little bit better of a situation for tomorrow before we get there. And there we are. We're at 100 hunger. That'll last us a little bit. Hopefully some more spiders will come out and we can wipe them out indiscriminately. And that leads me to my question of the evening. Name your pet. I mean, you could tell me your pet's name, or you can tell me what your pet is. I used to have a chinchilla. I no longer have a chinchilla. That was part of the 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 proverbial divorce proceedings of my last breakup. So the chinchilla is no longer in my possession. The chinchilla and I are no longer within arm's reach. Actually, they tried to give me the chinchilla, but chinchillas are a lot of work. They're really, really smart, so they're always getting into trouble if you take your eyes off of them. But I have a cat. His name is James Maxwell, and he is a giant, furry Norwegian forest cat. He's a long-haired cat. He weighs like 20 pounds or like 18 pounds. He's enormous. And he's not fat either. He's actually in reasonably good shape. He's just a really, really big male tomcat. So let me know what pet you have, what pet you prefer. Dogs, cats, chinchillas, rats, voles, and even if you like bugs and tarantulas and stuff, I don't judge. I don't judge at all. So let me know down in the comments for this video, and we will discuss your pets. I mean, who doesn't like talking about their... Oh god, there's a warrior spider in there. So that is not going to be good. A warrior spider was not expected from that. So we're just gonna run for it. Oh no. We don't really have the resources right now to fight with warrior spiders. Warrior spiders are kind of a case of attrition. You really only want to fight them if you have the health to fight them. And right now, we are both low on hunger and health. So we're gonna be on our merry way, and hopefully everything turns out for the best on this adventure. We haven't really found anything that we were hoping to find. This has turned out to be kind of a little island. It looks like there may be a bridge here. Oh, good. So at least it's not completely severed. What in the hell is that? The walrus camp. Oh no. So I'm guessing... I don't know if he hung out there or if that's actually where he'll come back to once nightfall comes. It's got to be one or the other. We're pretty close. I mean, we're in pretty close proximity to morning, so he may have just left. I wish we had footprints or something to go from, but I'm a little nervous right now. I'm feeling a little... I don't really feel at my peak right now. I feel like we may be attacked with like a rifle at any given moment. It looks like he doesn't move far, to be fair. It says it's locked, but it doesn't look like anything. It just looks like a bunch of bricks stacked around a big poo circle. I have no idea. Oh, carrots! Carrots! I'll eat you, carrot. There we are. So we have a carrot now. That's going to restore a sizable amount of our hunger that's missing. And let's keep looking around, though. I feel like I should probably head back to camp, as this is probably the last day of our episodes. But heading back to camp is not something that I really want to do at the moment until we come up with a situation. My mighty belly is empty. So we need to get him fed. He's complaining. There's some carrots. It looks like we've stumbled into... Awesome. Excellent, excellent, excellent. We've stumbled into another biome that's going to be useful to us. Part of me is tempted to smack that thing right there and get a little more honey, another honeycomb out of it. Maybe we can get 3 or 4 of our bee boxes set up, and that'll put us in a really good spot. I mean, 4 bee boxes would be more food than I really think we could ever consume. 5 would be even better. God, there's another one. I wonder if they'll all come out. Let's see what... Oh, God. Why are there so many bees in this one? There are a load of bees in that hive. Jeez. Alright, so I'm going to kind of run in circles for a moment until they get bored and then pick off their friends. But they actually are hurting us, so our health is kind of terrible at the moment. There's really no other... I'm trying to be diplomatic. I'm trying to be very careful about how I word this, but I don't feel like we have enough health right now to really get anything done. So I'm going to kind of circle around these and maybe try to grab the honey on the way by. I don't know if honey helps our health, but it would be nice. And I want that honeycomb. I didn't have time to pick it up on that way by. We'll try and grab it right here. These ones are still infuriated. They are not happy with us right now because, well, frankly, we haven't been being good. Anyways. Yeah. Our health situation. I keep saying that. Our health situation. No, we're not in a good spot right now. And these bees just don't want to die. Like, I feel like nothing flinches anymore. I thought things used to flinch. Things used to actually, like, feel pain when I struck them in this game. And I feel like they no longer are engaging me in the way that I'm used to. I feel like everything has basically gotten more resilient. That may have been a change in the last patch. I don't really know. I haven't been paying attention to really any changes that have happened to beehives. I've been looking more at the overall... Wow, there are beehives everywhere down here. So we could actually get ourselves a really nice base built with a ton of bee boxes. For now, we'll go back and we'll build the 3 that we have. We have materials for 3. I'm going to uncover these real fast so that in all cases we actually end up with... Where does this connect? Over here. Our camp is right there. Alright. So I guess we'll head back up and left. Hopefully we'll get back to our camp before the day is up. This has been a little bit of a traveler episode, but we need to get ready for winter. So I think the next episode we'll go on another sneak attack. We'll go make some we'll make some sling blade beefaloes and see if we can steal their hides. We will take their hides and then we will wear them as coats, and it will be excellent. I may have to hunt down. We may have to go on a koalefant hunt as well, and if it really makes me circle all the way around here, God, how awful, how ridiculously awful. There's one thing I hate, like if you remember back in World of Warcraft, back in the day in vanilla, I feel kind of like I felt back then before I had like my first level 40 mount, where you're just like, oh my god. It has been like a month of just walking on foot, doing, obviously you have to walk on foot. That's a little bit of redundancy there from me, but obviously you have to walk on foot. I will point that out right now. There is no way really to take part in walking without it being on foot. I mean, I guess you could walk on your hands if you really want to split hairs about it, but I kind of feel like I did. It's been a while since I've had that feeling, but I feel like I'm moving along very slowly as compared to how quickly I would like to be running along. Maybe they could add a bonus for full stomach for your run speed or something. I would really like to be able to travel a little quicker. Wormholes are non-existent on this map, actually. I've only found these two, and I have a sneaking suspicion they probably connect to one another since they're the only two that I've seen. I doubt that I'm going to make it back to the base camp tonight, but what can you do? Let's grab some manures. That's what we can do. We can pick up some poo. When life gives you lemons, go pick up poo. That's how the saying goes right now. I guess not. I may have mixed that one up a little bit. And we've got a couple things of seeds here. That's only going to take me up to like 85 though. Yeah, 86. Seeds are not so good as they used to be. I have been very disappointed with seeds as of late because I am an avid seed eater myself, and I'm not even going to risk it there. I'm just going to walk on the road. I don't want to be anywhere near tentacles right now because we are in one-shot vicinity at the moment. So, tentacles... Oh no, tell me you're not in heat. Please? Tell me you're not in heat? Yeah. I think my map may be rotated right now, actually. Maybe? Possibly? My map is rotated at the moment. I don't know how that happened. So our map has been absolutely rotated this whole time. It's no wonder. I've been feeling a little disoriented this entire episode. I've been like, what is wrong right now? Something is wrong with this whole situation. I feel like I'm traveling generally eastward when normally I feel like I'm moving north and south. It's not a good feeling. As a geologist, I spend a lot of time with a compass and taking bearings and things. And you know you are screwed if a geologist can't find his way. You are hosed. Especially if he's with you. Like, if the geologist is in your company, like if you're on like a Lord of the Rings type group, like you have a fellowship of the scientists, which we do, we tend to gather in fellowships. That's, oh no, I ate my last couple seeds. How disappointing is that? The fellowship of the science. This fellowship of something? I don't know. I can't think of anything that rhymes with ring right now. I'm having trouble with it. And we are just going to eat everything we have on hand to get ourselves nice and healthy before the next episode, which we will partake in together. My name is Splattercat. This is the end of our third day, so I'm going to bring it to a close right here. Thank you so much for joining me here. We still haven't named our landmass yet. I promise I will get around to it. I just haven't been feeling particularly cleverly. I haven't been feeling very clever lately. My brain is absolutely deficient at the moment. I've been slipping up with my words, like all kinds of stuff. Just kind of that post-midterms haze where your brain is just like, no more. You're like hanging from the ropes and you're completely toast. But thank you for joining me here, and I hope to see you next time in the next episode of our Don't Starve LP or our Towns LP, whichever one you choose to join me in. And take care out there, everybody.